Good morning, students. Me, Dr. S.P. Jain from DK College, Gumrao. Once again before you, and today we are going to talk about the principles of management by Henry Fayol. Earlier classes we have discussed about Henry Fayol, who was born on 1841 in France. Now we are going to discuss his principles as he has started his career. His career in French coal company. He was an intellect and tried his work and noted all those things which he has experienced during his work, and this became the base of his principles he propounded. Now we are going to discuss about all 14 principles. The first principle by Henry Fayol was principle of division of labor. These are the basic or fundamental principles of management. This topic is the most important topic for all examination, and in different interviews also questions are asked on different points of this principle. First principle is division of labor. Principle of division of labor. Second principle of authority and responsibility. Third principle of discipline. Fourth principle of unity of command. Fifth principle of direction. Sixth principle of priority to common interest. Seventh principle of remuneration. Eighth principle of centralization. Ninth principle of scholarship. Tenth principle of order, principle of equity. 12th principle stability of tenure. 13th principle of initiative. 14th principle spirit across or unity is strength. Now students, we are going to discuss on these principles. Number one, first is the principle of division of labor. It says division of work leads to specialization resulting in higher output. To get output of our workers, this principle emphasizes that right person should be at right job at the right time. This will enable them to produce goods of better quality with same effort. Second principle of authority and responsibility. It says manager must have authority to issue orders and instruction to the subordinates. They enjoy authority by virtue of their position in the enterprise. Though they exercise authority over subordinates, they remain responsible for their work. Means every work is given by authority, and every work has a responsibility, every worker has a responsibility. Authority goes up to down, top to bottom, and responsibility runs bottom to top in the organization. Number third principles of discipline. It says discipline means respect for rules and agreements. This can be brought by A, effective leadership, guidance and motivation. B, good supervision at all levels. C, clear and fair agreement with employees. It can also be enforced by giving rewards for achievement and punishment for non-compliance rules. Discipline is the most important part of any management, any organization. If we have to succeed in our management, we must follow the principle of discipline. Number 4 is the most important principle. It is unity of command. Principle of unity of command. It says there should be one boss for one subordinate. There should be one boss for one subordinate. People should receive order from their immediate boss. At one level, there should be one boss. If there are more than one boss, that will make a confusion and work will not done, and it will lead to the non-achievement of goals of the organization. These principles actually are basis for the achievement of goals or objectives of goals for organization. Number 5 principle is principle of direction. It says there should be one boss for one set of operation having the same objective. If company is moving for different projects, there should be one head for one project. Otherwise, all projects will be collapsed or collaborated and they cannot be achieved in time. Number 6, principle of priority to common interest. If a manager or a person is in his organization must think first about the common interest, the group interest, then he can proceed for his personal interest. So priority must be given to common interest rather than individual interest. Number 7, remuneration. Remuneration is one of the most important part of any organization. If workers are paid differently at same level, that will create dissatisfaction. So remuneration should be equal at one level or for the same job without any discrimination on the basis of any part. Number 8, centralization. Principle of centralization. It refers to declining the role of subordinates in the decision-making process. Through major decisions should be taken up by top-level managers. Some authority must be delegated to lower-level managers to make them perform their job. This principle says that important works and policy-making jobs or important intellect jobs should be centralized in the power of top-level management, and other works should be delegated to lower level and middle level and lower level management. Number 9, it is the principle of scalar chain. It says this is the line of authority running from top level to lowest level of management. Means there should be an order of the different posts in the organization that indicates different people at different jobs and different points, and they have the different authority, responsibility, and their working areas. Number 10, it is principle of order. It says everything human and non-human resource must be placed at the right place. Fuel followed the concept of a place for everything and everything in its place. It is the most important that if the work is going on, if we have to maintain efficiency in the organization, there should be an order of everything, every person, means right person at the right time, at the right job. Means if we are going to manufacture something, the work should not be repeated, or there should not be repeated for lapse of time. Number 11, it is equity, principle of equity. Management should be fair to subordinates who should also be loyal to their bosses. Equity or concern for each other develops cordial and harmonious relationship. One, because it is a matter of human relations and management deals with human behavior. So there must be following the rule of the principle of equity, so that there will be a harmony, no discord, and it will give a productive and efficient result to the management. Principle number 12, stability of tenure. It explains managers and workers should be committed to their organization and workplace for a fairly long period. Means there should not be transfer at very short periods. Once a person is placed at his work, he or she must be given a fair period of time so that he can perform his work efficiently, and so that we can achieve the objectives of the organization. If we are making quick transfers, quick removal from the work of one person to another, it will make a loss, or it will result in a deficiency of the efficiency of a labor. Number 13, principle of initiative. It says work should not be routinized. Means if some subordinate is going to have a good idea of work he is performing, he must be initiated, and an initiative to be appreciated by the management at all levels. It makes the environment more cordial, and we can achieve our objectives more efficiently. Now, the 14th principle, it is called principles esprit de corps. It is a French word which means unity is strength. Once a manager or a management wants his results, best or optimum result, he must create an environment where unity is strength, and unity is strength for all organizations are one, even though there are differences in their opinions, their religion, their caste, their sex, but on overall they are one. So students, I hope this topic, principles of management by Henry Fayol, will definitely help you in your upcoming exams. And if you like this channel, please like and subscribe. Thank you once again.